Or persons in this newscast are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our other social media platforms.
Are we ready?
Oh yeah, we ready this morning. How's everyone doing?
On iTunes and all.
Of course we're on iTunes and all the major platforms.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station.
Number one, baby, number one.
No, the universe.
And how you guys doing this morning for Motorcycle Madhouse Biker News? Of course, you guys know who I am. I got for our first story. If you watch any of this or you listen to any of this over on motorcyclemadhouse.com, it's a real shitty story. Yes, it's a bad one. Then we got information on the Vagos trial. You know, the big one out there in Las Vegas, the Rico one. And then finally, you know, everybody knows I'm kind of interested in this electric motorcycle stuff, man. I'm a mountain biker as well. That's a hobby that I have, and I'm looking to get one of them electric mountain bikes. You know, I'm figuring spring, that kind of stuff. And, they go on 30 miles if you're doing pedal assist, about 18 miles if you're not. So, yes, I'm kind of interested in what's going on with motorcycles that are electric. Well, there is one that just came out, 200 miles per hour, and they're adding artificial intelligence for safety. I don't know how I feel about that. You guys, let me know how you feel about artificial intelligence. I forget who said it, but they said, I think it was Hawking that said that brilliant, a physicist, astrophysicist that passed away, guy in a wheelchair, all that stuff. He said artificial intelligence is pretty dangerous. So let's take a look at all the news this morning. Okay, I promised you a real shitty story, and here it is. You know what? This is the funniest thing I've ever heard, okay? And I've been around a long time, and I've heard some funny stuff, but this is the funniest. Out of News 24, Elgin, Illinois, strip club shut down after severe diarrhea incident on stage. I know the exact club they are talking about. It's too bad too. They got some gorgeous girls over there. A popular strip club in Elgin, Illinois has been closed until further notice after several dancers contracted diarrhea. The cause of the incident has been initially linked to a contaminated buffet at a venue. While the investigation continues, the venue has not been named. Now, one thing about strippers, they're very competitive. You know what? They're actually the wickedest of the wicked, them broads. Okay? If you're going to a strip club and really think that they love you real long time, no. They just after that money, man. They're out there grinding on you and stuff like that. They wicked. They evil, man. Let me tell you. They are hot, but you're not getting in them pants, man. Not unless you got about a big wad of green on you. So with that being said, I think somebody used the Visine trick here. One of the broads probably got pissed at another one, put the Visine in the buffet, and next thing you know, there's diarrhea all over the place. And what's worse, according to reports by local media, the strip club was nearly full when the incident occurred, and both staff and customers were reported to have eaten from the free buffet. Patrons sitting near the stage were the most directly affected by the incident, which occurred close to 11 o'clock. According to the witness at the venue, 3 dancers were performing on separate poles when the first sign of trouble emerged. Quote, "At first, I picked up a bad smell. I thought maybe the guy next to me had farted," said the witness, who declined to be named. No, he ain't gonna name himself in this one. I wouldn't either. However, The smell got worse, and I noticed that a lot of other guys were looking around to see what it was. It was at this point that the first dancer to suffer from diarrhea was unable to control her bowels any longer. An stream of brown liquid soon gushed all over the stage. She let it loose, boy. It was absolutely disgusting. A number of guests immediately puked. Oh my God, I wish I had that on video. If any of you guys have that on video, please send it to me. Oh my God, is this funny? The other dancers also suffered diarrhea soon after. Quote, they had a hard time getting off the stage. High heels and diarrhea really don't mix. This is something out of a movie. Some of the guests also contracted diarrhea, and there was a rush on the men's room, which unfortunately did not have enough stalls to cope with the sudden influx of demand. Cleaners who were hired to deal with the mess reportedly were shocked at the condition of the venue. Strip clubs are generally dirty places, but this was a whole new level, said one of the cleaning staff. In my time, I've seen feces in the urinal once or twice, but never in the sinks. They couldn't fit them all in there. They all freaking hovering over those sinks. Oh my God.
What? Yummy.
Yummy. You gotta love it. What a story this morning to kick it all off. Again, Elgin Strip Club shut down after severe diarrhea incident on the stage. Let's go to the Vagos trial. And the lawyers remind Vagos jury of lies by key federal witnesses. You know, the rats. A Vagos biker club leader stood silently in a federal courtroom in Las Vegas while his attorney urged a jury to acquit him of criminal racketeering charges so he could return to his family and his movie studio job in California, by the Associated Press. And this is one that's usually used as a meme. This ain't a real thing, not that I know of. Well, maybe it is. I guess there is a file on it, but that's from 2011. This is not from this case. By Ken Ritter of the Associate Press. Off the wire. A Vagos biker club leader stood silently Thursday in a federal courtroom in Las Vegas while his lawyer urged a jury to acquit him of criminal racketeering charges so he can return to his family and his movie studio job in Cali. Quote, this is Al. He's a good man, which he is. Attorney Mark Fleming said of Albert Lopez, a former U.S. Army Ranger, acknowledged Vagos international officer and married father of two who lives in the Los Angeles city of Santa Clara. Yeah, he is a real good guy. You actually can see one of his interviews on YouTube. Great freaking guy. Lopez didn't testify during the 6 months of trial. 6 months. My God, 6 months. Nor did 7 other accused Vagos co-defendants who each faced the possibility of life in prison in a broad conspiracy case stemming from a deadly casino gunfight in 2011 with rival Hells Angels in northern Nevada. Now, that's some hardcore, real one percenters right there. None of them testified, didn't give nobody nothing, even though they're facing life in prison. They are the true blue, and that's the one I'm always talking about, that are the real compared to the fakes, where you got a lot of guys that turn on one another, like you heard in this story. Jeffrey Pettigrew, then president of the Hells Angel chapter in San Jose, California, was killed in the shooting. 2 Vagos were wounded, including defendant Diego Garcia. Sounds like self-defense, to me. 2 Vagos were wounded. A sweeping criminal indictment accuses the Vagos of being a part of a criminal enterprise that since 2005 relied on threats and violence to wage turf battles with Hells Angels and others in Cali, Arizona, Hawaii, Oregon, Utah, and Nevada. BOGUS members' attorneys say prosecutors botched a flimsy case built upon accounts of an unreliable witness, and they failed to prove Vagos did anything other than defend themselves in the shootout at the Nugget Casino in Sparks. Like I said, it sounds like freaking self-defense to me. Defense of others and self. That is the singular, simple truth of this case, attorney Michael Kennedy told the jury on Wednesday, which, it's past. His client, that's when closing arguments happen, admitted Vagos member Ernesto Gonzalez shot Pettigrew after Pettigrew threw a first punch during an argument with former Vagos member Gary Jabler's Rudnick. Casino security video showed Pettigrew pulled a gun and started shooting before being joined by gun-wielding Hells Angel member Cesar Villagrana. The melee continued for almost 2 minutes before Kennedy said Gonzalez drew his own gun and shot Pettigrew and Villagrana as they stood kicking at the head and neck of a BOGUS member on the floor. Yeah, this is pure freaking self-defense right here. Pure self-defense. Villagrana was pointing his handgun at the man's torso, and Kennedy said Gonzalez acted in a sudden whirl of action to stop two active shooters. Now, if they weren't club members, they would have been hailed as heroes. Heroes. But not here. Not here. Now they're being charged. Unreal. This, you know what? It is a disgraceful prosecution. Fleming said Thursday after reminding the jury that prosecutors themselves disavowed Rudnick in September as a liar. Liar. You get that with a big L. Liar. Yes. A month earlier, prosecutor John Hahn told the jury that Rudnick's account that BOGUS leader Pastor Fausto Palafox issued a green light go-ahead to kill Pettigrew was a key to the case. He's a freaking liar. These guys should be walking. Even if the prosecutors are saying, hey, he's a freaking liar, why do they even continue on the case, man? Other co-defendants are Bradley Campos, James Gillespie, Albert Perez, and Cesar Morales. 13 other accused Vagos defendants await trial. Fleming urged the jury to also disregard testimony from Jefferson Martin, a witness who linked Lopez to the meeting at which the green light order was supposed to be given, but later admitted he lied. Lied. There it is again. And that's why we're here, because of the lies by Jefferson Martin and Gary Rudnick. You're pieces of crap. You really are. There's rats and then there's lying rats. I know the two, are basically the same, but come on. The prosecutor is admitting these guys are liars, but you're still letting the case go. You're not having a mistrial. You're not dismissing. Jurors, if they convict these guys, they are the dumbest people on the face of the earth. And that's why we're here again. The jury could be deliberating Friday after closing arguments from other defense attorneys in Hahn's final prosecution summary. And that, according to this article out of the Associated Press, was it's going to resume February 18th because of, let's see here, it said schedule of reasons in federal racketeering conspiracy trial. The district judge, here she is, Gloria Navarro, decided due to previously scheduled time off, defense closings will resume February 18th. So she has to take a vacation, and these guys sit in jail for another 10 days to figure out what's going on with the closing arguments. Followed by a prosecutor's case summary, court officials said. Now, you know what? I never found that fair. I always believe the prosecutor should go first, or the ones who brought the charges. This enables the defense to give their closing remarks and counter what they're doing. I never, ever understood that. That is so unfair if you ask me. So, but, you know, I really think the prosecutors...
Oh, let it go. I'm just telling you this for your own good. Oh, let it go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let it go, man. It's so obvious. 2011, 220 right now, and then all you do is got a word of two known liars that you admitted yourself were. Hopefully you guys get off of this one, man. But I just got to say, that's some hero crap right there. Not only what they did, but them standing trial, facing life, deciding not to get on the stand, and not ratting on each other. That's hardcore right there. Anyway, 200-mile-per-hour electric motorcycle will try to stop accidents before they happen. Coming from Damon Hypersport, and it's employing artificial intelligence to warn riders about potential collisions. By Dan Carney. You know, it's a rocket, of course, 200 miles an hour. Oh, man, is she a beauty. Hey, I heard the Busa's coming back. They discovered, a patent on her. I can't wait to see this Busa if they are bringing it back. I love Busas. While automakers have loaded their cars with increasingly sophisticated and effective safety technology in recent years, motorcycles, which are in the more desperate need of safety upgrade, have been left behind. Before long, anybody ever see Demolition Man? 90s, Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes. When the car, they're in that race, car goes off a stone and that freaking fountain, you have all that freaking foam and stuff that entraps them to save them. I guarantee we're probably close to that, man. We're probably close to getting that kind of technology. That was the observation of the founders of Damon Motorcycles, a startup out of Vancouver, Canada. Our Canadians up north, man. Good job on getting a startup like these. They resolved to address the shortcomings of current two-wheelers with the battery electric Damon Hypersport, scheduled for delivery to riders in 2021. It is a no-excuse superbike that happens to be powered by a 200 horsepower electric motor that boosts an array of rider assistance sensors worthy of an F-35 fighter jet. Man, is that sucker nice. Quote, why are cars the only vehicles afforded safety? As Damon's chief technological officers, Dom Wan, who previously worked on head-up display technology. Now, I think that's pretty cool, this head-up display. I think in the future, we're going to have the cars, the windshield, you know what I mean, is going to have nothing but heads-up display. Man, am I getting old. Damon is the dream of founders Quan and Jay, who are serious motorcycles with tech industry backgrounds. Their chief operating officer was previously at the electric dirt bike company Alta Motors. They set out to develop safety technology to assist riders, and then decided the only way to deliver that technology was to bake it into their own motorcycle. Now, I don't know about you. A lot of people are not going to get into the electric bike market. Give it about 10, 15 years. I know that's going to be probably more prevalent as time goes on and technology gets better. I believe what the shortcomings of electric motorcycles as of now is the distance. Can you imagine if they can get 600-700 miles out of a battery charge? And I know that they're working on it, okay? They are working on it. If they get it to that range, which they probably will in the next 10-15 years, then I think it's going to be a very viable bike where you can actually ride this sucker, and hopefully the charging times get a lot faster. But right now, they're mostly used for urban environments, which is cool. Chicago, you'd go on one of them things forever in Chicago. And the major metropolitan areas like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, New York City, those are what they're good for now, but give it some time. I really think it's going to be picking up. Going back to that Vagos story, that really gets me, how hardcore they stood up. You know, you got to give them a hand right there, man. And a hell yeah for going through this stuff. It's been 6 months of this crap. And for the prosecutors to admit that there's 2 liars and that's all they got, you know, they might have a videotape, but hey, it is self-defense, in my opinion. You're going to have your own opinions. And, you know, before we go on, you know, it was interesting. A subscriber brought it up. Well, why don't you call it entertainment biker news? Because you're giving opinions. Actually, this is an op-ed program. Yes, we do give you the news. And yes, we do give an opportunity for the clubs or whoever's in the story to give a rebuttal or give their side out, but this is an op-ed video type of deal, biker news. Everybody who's been on the station long enough understands that. And by the way, hooliganbiker.com, that is my op-ed site. That's where you'll get all those crazy thoughts that I got going on in my head for, you know, with the biker scene, maybe what's going on outside there. I know I got to get on my other channel on YouTube, get it going. But it's been busy. And, of course, you got bikerlifestylemagazine.com. That's where you're going to find stories like I just covered. It's nothing but motorcycle industry news. It's, you know, hardcore for the gearheads out there. And then, of course, HarleyLiberty.com. That's where most of the club news is over there. You know, I really appreciate everybody sticking with us, you know, with this different venue that we've been going into. You know, I really wanted to start covering the whole scene, man. You know, I know a lot of people, they like hearing about the motorcycle clubs. And like I've said before, personally, there's so much that I can talk about on the subject before it gets redundant and boring. But there's the other channels out there that are doing it. So, you know, if you're looking for that motorcycle club stuff, go over to them channels. And yes, I do answer questions over on the Instagram, on the IGTV, but it's Instagram. Just go to Insane Throttle Biker News over there, and you'll see our short videos that we put up. Then, of course, Pinterest, you go over there. But, you know, it's really been going really damn good with the different venue. There's something for everyone, and it's just not club focused. You know I got my core hardcore base with that stuff. But, you know, I really think that going with the biker news, doing coverage, doing moto vlogs, I think that is more in tune with what I like doing. And it gives me, you know, a platform where we got all something in common, you know, riding in that wind. But anyway, you know, what did you guys think about that shitty story in the beginning? Boy, do you think somebody dropped some Visine into that Buffy? They had a shit fest over there. Shit fest. But good luck to the Vagos starting on the 18th. Hopefully your guys gives a hell of a closing argument, and hopefully they see what the hell was going on over there. Also, check into that Biker Liberty or BikerLifestyleMagazine.com. Get all your motorcycle tech tips and tricks and all that good stuff. Join us on Instagram, MotorcycleMadhouse.com for Motorcycle Madhouse Radio, and take us with you on a ride. Until then, I'll talk to you guys on the round.